So I'm sitting here doing some research because that's what I do. I like to learn and discover and explore. And I just was researching the trace mineral boron. And I felt like I could probably share this information because it seems like it might be helpful and important out there in the world. So I'm going to give you, as quickly as possible, a little backstory. Several years ago, roughly about 6 to 7 years ago, I began being intuitively called to re-energize my body, cleanse my body, do all these things. It started before that, but really about 6, 7 years ago, I started to become extraordinarily attuned to seek out what I need intuitively through my physical being, out into the physical world, to heal, to generate what I needed as far as nutrients and minerals that the bodily functions need as essential foundations of literally what is constantly going on in this massively, extraordinarily miraculous human physical form. And so I just so happen to be recalling about 3 years ago, I started trying different things. My environment changed, my body started changing, a lot of things were changing, a lot of things have been changing a lot just in life period for 42 years, because I am 42 years old and life never stays the same for very long, because we're always learning, we're always growing. So and that's my nature. It sounds like trauma, and people are like, "Are you sure that you're not just living in trauma response to life?" And I'm like, I'm sure probably to some degree, maybe yes, but it is my natural nature to be growing and ascending at a rapid rate and a rapid pace, because I'm here to put myself into structures and deconstruct the structure, because a lot of the structures are built incorrectly and they're not for the human race, but really, in a sense, to deteriorate it. And that is not functional for the survival of our longevity or sustainability or happiness or health or our identity or quite literally anything. So I just so happened to go to the store and I was looking for these delightful vegan blueberry frozen cakes, and they did not have any. And so instead, I got a bottle of vitamins. What an exchange. Anyways, so I was looking for liquid trace mineral drops, which is something that I had entertained before and ingested 3 through 3, and had aligned with, because I was like, that makes a lot of sense, especially depending on how we eat, what we consume, what our relationship with food is. So I was changing things, switching things up, and I go back and forth because I allow myself the freedom and liberty to be like, I don't want to drink coffee for a year, and then I'm going to drink coffee for 6 months, and then I'm going to stop drinking coffee because I know that I don't need coffee. I'm not dependent on coffee. Coffee and I are friends. We have a very good relationship, and I have the ability to enjoy it without being dependent on it, and then release it when I don't want to do it anymore. And I allow myself the freedom to do that instead of pressure to be perfect in the world, because 444, that's pretty impossible. We're human. But anyways, we can do our best to achieve the things that we're trying to achieve and understand. And the more we have the ability to understand our health and well-being, the better off we are. And so I have this habit of when I buy something to look at the ingredient label and to get curious about what's in it, whether it's the foods I eat, but I really eat a lot of pretty natural one ingredient foods. Like I eat a lot of fruits and vegetables and a lot of like single ancient grains. I don't really eat processed food. I'm actually not, I think the last processed food I ate was some rosemary herb crackers, which was literally just like a handful because I don't necessarily I've purged that from my life, which was um the beginning of a very different exchange and relationship with myself and life and understanding through just witnessing and being like, oh wow, if you eat the french fries, they make you sick and not feel good because your stomach is like, F you, don't eat the french fries, or eat french fries that are baked instead of fried, or what kind of oil are people using? Are their facilities clean enough that they're actually caring about the fact that they need to make sure that they clean the machines well enough so people don't get sick off of eating rancid grease and oil? So, anyways, on to the next task at hand. So I'm sitting here in this braid. I washed my hair with my braids in and I need to take them out when they dry. But so I made a list and I periodically, get on the Googler and I do a little research and allow myself to learn about the things that are good for my body, the good things that are going to nourish who I am as a human being and give me the health and longevity of living a happy, healthy life in the ways and manners that I have the ability to integrate and embody that and then share that wealth of knowledge and information. And so I was just sitting here doing this research and I was thinking to myself, I could make a video and just share this knowledge and information. So here I am and this is what I'm doing. Obviously, please, by all means, take the time to, invest in your own research. And I think informing ourselves and creating a relationship with knowledge, because knowledge is power, it gives us the ability to be educated and then have the ability to educate other people, because shared knowledge allows us all the ability to elevate in the world. So I found this very interesting. I researched today the trace mineral boron as I started this lengthy, mouthy, wordy spiel with. Boron is a biological trace mineral. Here are the facts that I'm going to share now. It helps aid in bone health, like, for example, osteoporosis and arthritis preventative. It helps boost the immune system. It helps increase joint mobility. It adds wellness to prostate health. It also increases breast health. It improves the absorption of calcium and magnesium, two very essential bone-driven minerals as well. Which I just would like to point out very briefly, the importance of having the ability to understand 9/11, the absorption process and the importance of things being absorbed. Like iron has a better capacity to be absorbed with vitamin C, I believe. So consuming them at the same time in some form so that the absorption process actually takes place, so we're not overtaking and then wasting, or the body isn't processing it and we think we're receiving all the value and nutrients from that and we're actually not, because we're not vitamin C rich within our body. So then the body does not have the ability to absorb, just like what it's saying here, for example, Number 2, boron has a better, easier time being absorbed or helping improve the absorption of calcium and magnesium. All very important. It's like a trifecta that works together. Boron brings together the calcium and the magnesium, and they're like friends for life because they help each other move around in the body and make us strong and healthy. So some symptoms of boron deficiency could include these possible symptoms, and then we're going to get back to some facts. Boron deficiency may include abnormal metabolism of calcium and magnesium. So either we're processing it too quickly, or we're bypassing it, or not processing it enough and absorbing it enough, because there is a boron deficiency. When the boron is like, come here, calcium and magnesium, let me hold you. Oh. Another deficiency symptom may include hyperthyroidism, osteoporosis, as well as arthritis, as the boron aids in preventative effects of deterring us from exhibiting symptoms of osteoporosis and arthritis. It helps. Sex hormone imbalance is another deficiency, as well as neural malfunction. So it helps relieve menstrual severity. It aids in wound healing, facilitating enzymes for repairs of wounds. It helps reduce arthritis by increasing calcium absorption into bones and cartilage, and it also decreases inflammation, suggestively reducing severity of rheumatoid arthritis. It helps aid bone building capabilities and strengthens the bones. It helps support metabolizing of calcium, magnesium, and copper, which also support your metabolism as a whole, as well as hormone balance. Also, the very key main nucleus of all health stemming issues. So it helps keep estrogen and testosterone building in the body, which are both very deeply related to bone health, but also more than just bone health, our mental health, our balance, in all forms in our biological, physiological existence. So boron helps increase sex hormone balance so that we don't need hormone replacement therapy or pharmaceutical drugs to help increase 3-1. The production of the hormones that we need to function properly. Boron prevents postmenopausal arthritis, 3, 4, 5, which is super important for women. The decrease in bone health is a massive problem when we go through different transitions in life, not just postmenopausal, but also post-pregnancy. Boron plays an important role in maintaining cellular and organ membrane functions and in stabilizing hormone receptors so the bodily processes are going smoothly. It helps increase testosterone levels, which are important for both men and women, because a decrease in testosterone in men or women, 444, will decrease our energy, our drive, our muscle mass, and so many other very important essential parts of who 456 we are as people. Boron helps reduce lipid accumulation and enables the removal of cholesterol through various means, reducing the chances of blood clots and atherosclerosis, which is the thickening of the blood vessel walls because of plaque buildup. Boron helps reduce fungal infections, including vaginal yeast infections. Boric acid helps prevent skin infections. Boron helps improve cognition, aiding in brain function. It also helps increase hand-eye coordination. It helps with short-term memory as well as concentration power, 555. And boron helps to inhibit harmful enzymes from forming in the body, period. It acts simultaneously serving as a cofactor for other beneficial enzymatic reactions to occur within the body in the proper ways. So what I found to be really, really extraordinary is if you're not taking a trace mineral supplement, or if you have never heard of a trace mineral supplement, boron-rich foods are very normal, readily available foods at your local grocer. And some of those are raisins, nuts and nut butter, lentils, chickpeas, soybeans, and red kidney beans, olive oil, and some vegetables such as avocado, onion, tomatoes, and potatoes, as well as fruits such as apples, oranges, pears, red grapes, plums, kiwis, sultanas, which I'm not sure what those are, so I'm going to Google those also, dates, and raisins. All very beautiful, whole foods that give us the nourishment that is required to allow this beautiful human existence to function on all cylinders like a well-oiled machine. I think it's important for us to understand this and begin to understand better ways of existing in our habits so that we can begin integrating into our lives better habits of wellness and creating a better relationship that's going to create more longevity and create a better relationship with the world. Because when our health is well, physically, our emotional health correlates very much with that. And I began noticing that quite some time ago. When I started changing my diet, I was witnessing and recognizing how much clarity was coming about upon creating those changes and having the ability to recognize them and witness and honor that and be really, really grateful for that. I feel like I'm always wiping my nose in a video. I'm sorry. Pardon me. I should say excuse me instead of sorry. Anyways, there was something so much more polished that I was about to say, but as I'm creating this, there was an interfering resistance that is forcing itself. So, knowledge is power, and we are a body of knowledge when we allow ourselves to be a body of knowledge, to receive the wisdom. And so I thought that I could share some of this received wisdom with the outside world. And this is how I'm doing it. Thank you, Boron. And I hope this serves you well. Sending peace and love and good vibes for health, wealth, and abundance in all ways. Be well.